On June 12, 2024, I weighed 65 kilograms. On June 12, 2025, I weighed 49 kilograms. Hi, this is CV and welcome to the very first episode of my Dream Flat Belly. Let's start with a disclaimer. I'm neither a fitness expert nor a nutrition expert. I'm just an ordinary boy who successfully lost 16 kilograms or around 35 pounds through gym and diet. In this episode, I will share to you 3 sweet things I had to give up when I started my fitness journey. These are 3-in-1 coffee, energy drinks, and orange flavored soft drinks. How, when, why did I start my fitness journey in the first place? Well, like some of you or many of you, going to the gym has always been on my New Year's resolutions list. Like every year, every January, I'll start going to the gym this January, but never really materialized. But I've been going to gyms since 2016 for various reasons except to work out. Yeah. As an online journalist, I would go to the gym. I would go to gyms to interview athletes, to visit a friend who happens to be an athlete. As an actor, I would go to gyms sometimes to play a bit role, to do a scene which happens to be in the gym, but that's about it. So I would always see people working out. I would take photos with the gym equipment, but I never really, worked out myself, like a real workout. Cut to June 12, 2024. It's very easy to remember because June 12 is Independence Day in the Philippines. I didn't go to the gym that day because it's Independence Day. It's just a coincidence, but it's a good coincidence because, it's very easy to remember. Advice? I don't know if I'm qualified to give advice, but when it comes to coffee, soft drinks, and energy drinks in general, energy drinks, just give it up totally. There's no good reason to drink it. Like, there are other ways, there are other sources of energy. Workout, coffee, yoga, watch something funny videos, talk to your loved ones. Yeah, just talking to a friend can actually boost your energy. Sex. Or just walk, actually. That can boost your energy, not energy drinks. Soft drinks, as much as possible, avoid it. But like in my situation, in some events, in some parties, the only drinks that are available are soft drinks. Yeah, go ahead. You can drink once in a while. Instead of, being a burden in that particular event, like asking people to look for healthy drinks just for you. You don't want to be that, burden to everyone. Coffee, my advice is, it's hard to transition from sweet coffee to pure black coffee. So what I did was, which you could probably do as well, drink black coffee with something sweet and nutritious. Banana, apple, pineapple, berries. I love berries. You don't want to be that burden, as I mentioned. You don't want to be that guest in that particular event or party that requests healthy options and they have to look for those healthy options. You don't want to be that guest that rejects the food that's available there. Next thing you know, you're not invited to the next party. Once in a while, you can break the rule. Go ahead, but as much as possible, on your own at home, you can follow strictly healthy lifestyle, but once in a while, occasionally, during events, during parties, go ahead, break the rule. Sometimes when you go out with friends as well, or when you eat out with a group, you don't want to be that member of the group. You don't want to be that friend who looks for healthy options. Unless you're paying for everyone, why not? What if the majority likes this particular restaurant, but that restaurant doesn't serve your healthy options? So the entire group has to move to another restaurant just because of you. Just because they don't have brewed coffee, just because they don't have healthy drinks in that particular restaurant. Next thing you know, you're not invited. Go ahead, break the rule once in a while. But if you're with someone, not just, an acquaintance, not just a casual friend, if you're with someone who claims to love you but doesn't support your healthy lifestyle, this person claims to love you but forces you to drink energy drinks, forces you to drink soft drinks, forces you to drink 3-in-1 coffee. If a person claims to love you but doesn't fully support your fitness journey, fill in the blanks. Now let's talk about love. I just want to go back to 2017. I visited this actor who was in his late 40s or early 50s at the time, but he looked great. He looked like he was in his 30s. He wasn't really going to the gym regularly, but he was very conscious with his food and drinks. I remember visiting his place around 2017, and he served me pure brewed coffee, probably the blackest, brewedest coffee in the world. I remember asking for sugar, or if he has 3-in-1 coffee instead, because we knew each other, so it was easier for me to make a request. And he was like, no, you have to drink pure black coffee. You have to give up 3-in-1 coffee. I remember verbatim, he said, 3-in-1 coffee is the devil. He kind of explained the scientific reasons. I don't remember what he said, but he kind of convinced me at the time to give up 3-in-1 coffee. I honestly planned to give up 3-in-1 coffee, but then when I got home, I still have this box of 3-in-1 coffee supply. So my plan then was, I'll just finish all these 3-in-1 and I'll start with brewed coffee as Sir Actor, a very health conscious actor suggested or advised. It didn't happen. I also remember filming a short film that I wrote and directed by a friend of mine. We did this short film, and in this one particular scene, the actor has to drink energy drinks, a bottle of energy drinks. He is a very health conscious, this actor was very health conscious. He looks like he's going to the gym regularly. He refused to drink the energy drink, and my friend who was directing the film kind of got pissed off, like, drink it, just drink it. And I saw it in the actor's face, like he was forced to drink it. He did drink it for the scene, and after that he was like, it looked like he just drank poison. At the time, I didn't understand it. Like, it was just a sip, bro. What is your problem? Now I understand him. Because I personally gave up alcohol, I gave up cigarette, now I gave up energy drinks. If I have to be forced to do a scene with any of these things, I would probably feel bad, but you know, we all have a price tag. price tag. It depends. If I really have to do it, it should be worth it. Like, is this a big Hollywood film? Is this a scene of a big Hollywood film? Let's do it. If would I give honor to my country? Yeah. If you force me to smoke or drink real alcohol or real energy drink just for this little scene, I would do it. But if not, nah, just let me just go home. I'm not going to do it. So I feel sorry for that actor who was forced to drink energy drinks. Earlier this year, I moved to a new city, but in my former city, in the neighborhood, there's this what I call a multi-purpose street, because it has everything like dental clinics, restaurants, a police station, a church, a school, dry market, wet market, semi-dry market, semi-wet market, and then there's a gym with a big name. So I would always pass by this gym and I would always say, I want to visit, I want to go inquire. But I will always end up with let's do it tomorrow or maybe next week. For years, for a couple of years. And there are at least 3 or 4 gyms in the neighborhood. There are more gyms in nearby streets. Cut to June 12, 2024. Finally, I went to one of these gyms. The first one that I visited was a fight gym. I loved it. I love it. I still love it because it's a fight gym. I'm a mixed martial arts fan, not a fighter. I'm not an MMA fighter. Never was, never will be. Some of my friends are MMA fighters. So I loved it. I loved the vibe, you know. Most, if not all of the people training there are young boxers or young MMA fighters. So I loved it. Then I went to, it was in the evening, so I decided to, yes, okay, I'll visit again the next day. Then I went to the other gym, the one with a big name in the multi-purpose street. That is a fitness gym. So the first one is a gym dedicated to athletes, to particularly to boxers and MMA fighters. The other one is a multi-purpose street. This one is really dedicated to fitness. So when I went there, the owner of that gym happened to be there that evening, because usually he is somewhere else, but that evening he was there. So he interviewed me. That was when these photos were taken. And for the very first time, someone told me, you are obese. I mean, for years, I've always known I'm not physically fit. I'm far from being physically fit. But for the first time, someone, a fitness expert, someone who's a professional, said it to my face. Sir, you are obese. And yeah, I think that was one of the pivotal moments. I decided to join a gym finally. Then as soon as I got home, no, they gave me a sample workout. And I just found out how weak I was. Like, I know I'm weak. I didn't know I was that weak. And as soon as I got home, I sent a voice message to my fittest friend, the fittest among all the friends that I have. And I was so excited to deliver the news. I finally decided to enter a gym. I actually grew up very skinny, not just very skinny. I looked emaciated as a child, as a teenager, as a college student. I was scrawny. Then I started drinking alcohol regularly as a teenager. I became alcoholic. Then I stopped drinking in 2016. In 2014, I started working from home. So since 2014, I've been living a sedentary life. So combine all these factors, I gained a lot of weight, especially in my midsection. Then no workout, no gym. Then when I stopped drinking in 2016, as they say, you don't just break a habit, you sometimes replace it with another habit. So back then when I had this urge to drink, I would drink energy drinks. That's how it started. It used to be just to, kind of quench my thirst for alcohol. Then eventually I no longer craved for alcohol, but now I'm craving for energy drinks. I would sometimes drink at least 3 bottles in one day. Yes, every meal there should always be a bottle of energy drinks. And not just energy drinks, I would also drink 3-in-1 coffee. And I'm not really a big fan of soft drinks, but I particularly liked orange flavored soft drinks. It's crazy. Yep, in one day I would probably drink 3 bottles of energy drinks, sometimes 1 cup of 3-in-1 coffee, and then 1 small bottle of an orange flavored soft drinks. Sometimes, I drink more coffee, less energy drinks, but it's crazy. I usually drink all of these 3 in one day back in the day. Then fast forward to pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic that started in 2020. It became worse because I lived alone in an apartment, and I would, because back then, I'm sure you also experienced it. You would just order your food online, even your groceries, right? And I would store lots of 3-in-1 coffee, energy drinks. I was a little paranoid. I felt like if I don't buy this much, probably they would run out of stock. So I would buy as many as I could. In 2023, I peaked at 71 to 72 kilograms. Yes, I was that heavy. I'm only 5'4". Normal weight is around 51 to 56. Beyond 56, that's considered overweight. Lower than 51, it's underweight. Yep, I'm currently underweight. Let me explain. Nowadays, I'm normally 51 or 52 kilograms. But, I planned to recreate my photos last year. I plan to do it today. So, 2 days before this, I wanted to look thinner than I already am. So I did fasting for 2 consecutive days, and I lost at least 2 kilograms. I think I overdid it, but I promised myself, I promised myself, I'm going to eat right after this. I'm going to go back to 51 and 52. By the way, fasting is not for everyone. I would like to share my experience in another episode, but it's not for everyone, all right? Consult your doctor before doing it, or at least your fitness coach, or someone who is considered a fitness expert. Don't just do it just because you watched it here or somewhere. All right, consult the doctor, consult an expert. Going back to 2023, I peaked at 72 or 71 kilograms. It was already alarming because I was so heavy. It's funny because when I shower and I look down, I couldn't see my private part. Like, I was wondering, is it still there? That was how big my belly was. And I did try to lose weight in very unhealthy ways, which I will talk about in another episode. But yes, I tried to lose weight in unhealthy ways, and I did lose weight. From 71 or 72, I dropped down to 69, 68. I tried to starve myself, and I went all the way down to 65. I did lose weight, but the crazy thing is my arms, my legs became smaller, but my belly, my cheeks, they're still round, they're still big. So I looked like this.